If you want to stay close to the Parkway and all the great attractions in Gatlinburg without feeling like you're sleeping in the middle of the traffic jam, well, this place might be your sweet spot. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking about our experience at the Embassy Suites by Hilton in Gatlinburg. Now, if you've watched our channel long enough, you know that we don't give a traditional review with, all the star ratings and dramatic music. Instead, we focus on what you should expect if you stayed at one of these places, and we also explain our experiences, and we'll talk about the hotel itself, what perks they have, what perks they don't have, and just kind of give you an overall of what the place would be if you were to, stay here a night. So, the hotel we're going to talk about is the Embassy Suites by Hilton, and it's in Gatlinburg. We chose this hotel for this stay for two practical reasons, and the first is that it consistently holds strong reviews, and the second is the location, which is close to the main Parkway and also a lot of the main attractions in Gatlinburg. Yet at the same time, you're not actually in the middle of the town, so you don't have to deal with the traffic and the people walking around and the noise that you will often experience and places that are close to the Parkway. There are a lot of wonderful things to love about this hotel, and we're going to cover all of them and make sure that you have a good understanding of the ins and outs of this particular location. So let's actually talk about the location itself. First thing first, they have a very convenient, easy to get to parking area. It is right in front of the building, and there is an awning over the front lobby, so if you do want to park your car and it's raining, you can just park your car in front, go get checked in, pull out your luggage, and then go park your car. Easy peasy. Only downside, well, unless you wanted valet parking, that's a downside too because they don't have it, but the only big downside is they do charge for parking. When you walk into the hotel, the first impression is the space. The lobby is wide open and modern, but still has a subtle Smoky Mountain charm woven into its design. It doesn't feel rustic or cabin themed, but it also doesn't feel cold or corporate. The lobby is a split level, which gives it layer and open feeling. There's a comfortable seating throughout, making it easy to gather, relax, or wait for family members without feeling crowded. As you enter, one bank of the elevators is immediately to your side, while the other sits back in the back area behind the breakfast areas. You can't see it from the lobby, but they do have two banks of elevators. Down the stairs on that second level, you will find a small store offering Starbucks crafted drinks along with some basic grab-and-go items. Also on this level, you're going to find the bar, a small restaurant, as well as the breakfast area. If you keep going farther back, you will eventually meet with the elevators, the second elevator groups, and also the pool and weight room and other things like that are back there as well. So that second part of the split level has a lot of the amenities that you're going to want to access. Check-in was incredibly easy and convenient. One of the perks that the hotel does offer, if you're willing to pay, is to check in early. So if you are coming in early and you want to use the pool and hang out and just enjoy the facilities, you can just pay the extra $50 and check in early and then have your day start in the Smoky Mountains. One of the unique offerings the hotel has is a mountain concierge service. They are stationed at the guide room in the main lobby of the Embassy Suites. Here you can talk with knowledgeable wilderness experts who can help you make plans for your time in the Smokies. From purchasing fishing license, parking tags, planning guided excursions, or just asking the knowledgeable experts about the best places to hike, they have you covered. When we were booking our stay, we didn't really need anything other than a single bed, so we did get the king-sized bed suites. We didn't ask for the balcony or anything like that, but you can get them. Our room had a view of the courtyard below, so it was still a nice view. However, if you want a balcony, you can get one. The Embassy Suites opened in 2024 and has 164 suites of various views with 1 or 2 room layouts, as well as rooms with mobility or hearing accommodations. The rooms are modern and well thought out with plenty of USB charging plugs and outlets in convenient spots. There's a small kitchenette area with a sink, coffee machine, and refrigerator, a full table with 4 chairs giving you actual dining space instead of balancing food on the edge of the desk, and there's also a sofa and large television, so you're not confined to just sitting in the bed. The closet included a safe, ironing boards, extra pillows. I know, usually you never get extra pillows, and blankets. And the bathroom featured a modern stand-up shower with, of course, the standard shampoo, conditioner, and body wash already provided. The flooring also had partial rug areas, which I don't usually like, but I get it. You need that rug to kind of muffle the noise and the echo that you often get in these hotel rooms. All right, so once you're checked in, you've settled in, you've unpacked, and you got everything ready to go, it's now time to enjoy the amenities at the hotel. I've already touched on the fact that they have a small store, and they also have a bar as well as 2 pools. Now, I'm going to go downstairs. We're going to go do a quick tour of the pools. Now, we were there, it was February. Unfortunately, in February, the outdoor pool, though it looks like it was open, was not. It was closed to the public. It has a lazy river and it has a 0 entry pool side as well as a small play area for the kids. It looks fantastic and beautiful. Unfortunately, we could not try it. However, the hotel also offers an indoor pool, which is great because honestly, sometimes you just don't want to be outside. And they have also a beautiful hot tub that is open year round. Both of those pools are open year round. The hot tub is outside, which kind of stinks if it's really, really cold, but oh well, you know what? You're in a hot tub. So enjoy it. You're in the Smoky Mountains in a hot tub. Just go with it, right? Between the hotel building and the pool area is a courtyard space with outdoor seating, fire pits, and tables. It's a nice buffer zone, a place to relax without feeling like you're directly in the middle of the pool activity. For those of you who have the incredible need to still exercise, even though there are mountains that you can climb right behind the hotel, they actually have a full-size gym. There's also laundry facilities for those of you who are staying a little bit longer because they are suites, so they anticipate people staying a little bit longer here. One final thing to talk about with the property is that fur babies are allowed. So yes, you can bring your fur baby as long as it's not a super large dog. I think I said 65 pounds, though I don't think they have a scale there weighing your dog. And there is a $75 non-refundable fee that is associated with anyone who wants to bring their fur babies. Although you don't need to pay that for your kids, which I don't understand that. The kids are usually messier. Wow, whatever. So now that we've covered the amenities that are on the property, let's talk about the food and the food choices they offer. I have already pointed out they have a small store that offers crafted Starbucks drinks and other food items, but they also offer a small restaurant. Now, we didn't stay at the restaurant, but they do have a full menu on there and you can eat there during dinner. I didn't see any lunchtime hours, so it was a dinner thing only. Now, to get competitive with all the other new hotels and resorts in the area, many places are trying to find ways to encourage their guests to stay at their place instead. One of those perks is what they're calling an evening reception. Here, guests will actually receive 2 complimentary drinks, and they can be alcohol or non-alcohol. It's usually in the evening around 5:30. It's about an hour and a half that it runs. And during that time, you can get your 2 drinks. And they also put out a bunch of different little snacks. When we were there, they had cheese and chips and salsa and just some little snacky foods that you can just like snack on. Great for younger kids too, because these are things they would like as well. I had a Shirley Temple. I'd actually never had one before. And I figured, hey, it's free. Why don't I try it? Big surprise, very sweet drink. I did enjoy it. What I also enjoyed was talking with the bartender. He was super friendly and he was very enthusiastic about his craft and was very willing to sit there and talk about it and the other drinks that he would be willing to make for us. All of the staff here were wonderful. I did not have a single complaint about anyone. I'm not saying that no one out there has ever had a complaint about staff, but personally, we felt like they are top notch here. Very clean rooms, very clean property. It's still very well maintained. It's only 2 years old, so it would be hard to believe it'd be falling apart at this point, but you know what? Things happen. Anyway, we really did enjoy the services here. Oh, and of course, the breakfast. We can't forget the breakfast. This place really offers a top-notch, free complimentary breakfast. They actually have an omelet station made to order. You can also have your eggs already pre-made. They have a waffle station, sausages. They have a full lineup of traditional breakfast items, and it is incredible. Really top-notch, everything. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the location. The hotel is actually on Airport Road, and it's about a little bit more than a half a mile to the Gatlinburg Parkway 441. If you are of able abilities to walk, it is a very convenient, easy walk. There is a little bit of a hill, and in the summer or in the winter can be a little stinky with that. But either way, it's a very short walk overall. When you get down to the bottom of the road, you're standing right underneath the Gatlinburg Space Needle, and you're also next to the convention center. So it's a very nice place. It's in the center of everything. If you are not able to walk it or you don't want to walk it, one of the nice benefits are the trolley systems that they have running throughout Gatlinburg. Now, the trolleys are free, and there is a trolley stop that's right in front of the actual hotel on Airport Road. The downside is that they don't run all that frequently, in that they can't be. The traffic in Gatlinburg can be very difficult, so the trolleys are subject to whatever traffic demands are going on down there, so they can be somewhat irregular and hard to, navigate with that. But they are there. They are free. Look for this sign I'm showing you right here on the screen, or stop at one of the stations. They have a number on there, and it says Gatlinburg Trolley on there, like the one on the screen. Another thing to keep in mind in the location that you are in, if you did want to move your car and drive closer to the Gatlinburg area, Gatlinburg does charge for parking everywhere. So this is one of the things about this location. If the half mile is great and easy and convenient, you're good. You're gold. However, like I said, if you're going to be reliant on public transportation or having to move your car around, you will have to consider that when you're budgeting, because moving your car somewhere else to a new location, most likely you're going to have to pay for parking in Gatlinburg itself. Another side note, I have already mentioned this, they do charge for parking, which is kind of a bummer. You're already a good half mile from Gatlinburg. If you want to move your car, you're going to have to pay for parking again. $15 more. It kind of adds up after a while. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your budget. A downside to the property is their price fluctuations. They're significant. On the day we were staying, we only paid like $110. It was a super cheap stay. But then they'll go up to like $300 or $400 on different days. So price fluctuations are a big one. In the summer months, bears will start coming out as well, and in all of Gatlinburg, not just here, in every part of Gatlinburg where you're staying, you do have to be conscious of things that are left in your vehicle, because bears will break into people's cars. It has happened to us before, and it is unfortunate, but it is part of, the joy of staying in Gatlinburg, I guess, is that you not only get to see the bears, but you get to experience them sometimes firsthand, and not always in a good way. Okay, overall impressions. This hotel feels polished, clean, well-maintained. The staff were extremely friendly. It's easy to find, and it's slightly removed from the Parkway chaos, but not so far away that you feel disconnected. It offers more amenities than most properties in town, and the suite style layout gives you a lot more breathing room if you have family members or if you're going to be staying with friends. So if you're looking for a modern stay in the Smoky Mountains, consider this place. It's got solid perks, breakfast, evening drinks, and a location that balances access with quiet. This property checks a lot of boxes. I hope this video helps you plan your visit to the Smoky Mountains. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.